my name's Clementine and I am here with
Letitia.
Chad.
And Ava.
and welcome to PNC Podcasts. Today we have very special guests here with us. Could we please give a warm welcome to
Rigby Barnes.
and
Thompson Football Club.
So how are you guys today?
Really good. Happy to be here. Happy to be a part of this podcast. It's pretty incredible stuff you got here.
Yeah, I feel a little bit nervous at the moment. It's probably my first podcast, but yeah, looking forward to it. A bit excited at the same time.
Yeah, how exciting. So moving on to our first question. How did SAASTA all come about?
Yep, so I'll take that question. So my name's Rigby Barnes and I'm the Aboriginal Engagement Officer at SAASTA. So SAASTA stands for the South Australian Aboriginal Secondary Training Academy. It's a senior secondary school-based program across South Australia. So Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander students like yourself when you're older will participate in our program. So it's an education-based program and it's incentive-based with some of the events we put on as well. So it started back in 13 years ago, so quick math, around 2007-ish. And it was an engagement program to engage Aboriginal kids around sport. So Wade Thompson was one of the first ones.
Yeah, I was actually went to school there for quite a few years and was lucky enough to work within SAASTA in the education department in the city, and then from there got drafted to Port Adelaide Football Club.
Yep.
That's very cool. Thank you guys. So, next question. What does SAASTA stand for?
Yep. So SAASTA stands for the South Australian Aboriginal Secondary Training Academy. So we've got over 500 kids across years 8, 9, 10 and 11 and 12. Across South Australia. So it's a pretty big program.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Definitely sounds big. So we know that the current reconciliation theme is All in This Together. So if you had to say, what would you change it to?
If I actually really like the reconciliation theme this year, In This Together. So as we know, Aboriginal people only make up 3% of the population. So that's a very small number. So what we need as Aboriginal people is the support of our non-Aboriginal counterparts to also drive change as well. So I actually really like the theme In This Together. So I probably wouldn't change it. But yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, no, I agree with Rigby. Like Rigby just mentioned, we only make up 3% of the population, and we need our non-Aboriginal friends, peers to help us out with the voice, because when it comes to voting, unfortunately, there's only 800,000 Aboriginal Torres Strait Islander people in Australia, and there's 24 to 25 Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people, non-Aboriginal people in the country.
Yeah, understandable, yeah. So what are your opinions on the reconciliation theme?
Yep. So, yeah, as I said, In This Together, I think it's really important, this sort of stuff around the promotion as well. Young people like all four of you here and your classmates as well, being the next leaders in our community and providing that voice around reconciliation and being real drivers. So we obviously had your amazing video that's been out on the social media, and as a few of your teachers said, it's got really positive feedback, and we've obviously seen it from the department and outside in the community. So stuff like that is really important. So yeah.
Have you seen many other videos handed in by schools?
That's a good question as well. So I can only think of one other one, Playford International, and they were older kids as well. So they were year 10s, 11s and 12, and they were speaking about Reconciliation Week, what it meant, few of the do's and don'ts around Aboriginal people. But I haven't seen any from any primary school at all in South Australia. So
Wow.
I'm going to say you're one of the first. So well done.
All right, Chad, do you want to ask the next question?
Do you do podcast often in this? Is this your first time?
Wade here. This is actually my first time. Like I mentioned at the start, I was a little bit nervous but excited at the same time. Yeah, it's my first time. Thanks, mate.
I do it all the time. Nah, not really. This is my first one, and the setup here is unreal. So it's pretty nerve-wracking, but you've been really good so far. So
We're glad that we're your first. We're going to make this best experience we can.
thanks.
All right. Ava, do you want to ask the next one?
What was the first school you attended?
I actually went to school in Port Augusta, so my first primary school I went to was Willesden Primary School, and then went up to Port Augusta Secondary School, then later moved down to Adelaide and finished within the SAASTA program.
So my first school was in Alice Springs, the place where I was born, and that's called Ross Park. So it's on the east side of Alice Springs. And then, as I said before, we moved to Adelaide when I was about 9 years old, and I went to Aldinga Primary, the same as your classmate Dash. And then in high school, I went to Tatachilla Lutheran College, which was a nice strict school and helped me get to where I am now.
Do you guys have any funny moments that you can remember from school?
Probably not that we can say on podcasts, but nah, just joking. That's a good question. Funny moments, not on the list here. Wado?
Yeah, I've plenty, but they're not PG rated, so we'll keep that for another time.
All right. Letitia, do you want to do the honour and ask the next question?
When did you start getting into Aboriginal themed learning?
I guess for me growing up, I lived with my grandmother since I was 3 months old. My nana spoke fluent Arabana, so since I was a young baby, she was always my teacher and teaching me my culture, and all the way until she passed away. So the year that I got drafted to Port Adelaide Football Club, she actually passed away from cancer, and it was a little bit hard. We lost, she was pretty much my mum growing up, but she's always been my teacher since I was a young baby.
Yep. And so, as I said before, I was born in Alice Springs, so I grew up on Arunda country, and I was fortunate enough that my brothers and their family is from there. So the parents, grandparents spoke fluent Arunda, still connected strongly to culture, so grew up from it from a young age. So often we'd go out bush, go see different sites, hear different stories, learn about the country, how to care for it, how to survive, that kind of thing. So probably from a young age, if we're thinking school-based learning, is pretty scarce, to be honest, throughout my education. So that's why a program like SAASTA is really important.
Yeah.
And the things you're doing here around reconciliation is important. So we can build our cultural identity, and then we can be proud of that, and then we can pass that on to not only our kids, but the community as well.
Yeah, really important that we kind of pass on.
Yep.
So, Ava, you want to do the next one?
What is your favourite part of your job?
Well, my favourite part of my job, I get to come out and see young students like yourselves. I strive on going out and actually getting out of the office because I don't like all the admin types of stuff. So actually having hands-on and getting to meet young, striving Aboriginal students like yourselves. So that's probably my best part of my job. And yeah.
Yeah, Wade stole my thunder there, but no, it is definitely. So obviously working in Aboriginal education, I see that as a critical part of closing the gap between non-Aboriginal and Aboriginal people. So young people like yourself inspire me and motivate me to go to work, to be able to see a change in our community. So it's the same to Wade. It's obviously you guys that drive me. So that's the best part of my work for sure.
Thank you. So if you weren't doing this job, then what job do you think you would be doing?
Actor.
Podcaster.
That's a good question. You gonna go?
Yeah, I guess since I was a young boy, my ultimate goal was to play AFL, and I was hoping to get at least 10 to 12 years out of playing AFL, but that fell short. So I guess doing what I'm doing now is probably my dream job that I've enjoyed. If I wasn't here at the club, if I wasn't here doing what I'm doing now, I'm not too sure what I would be doing. I like to still work into the education area, helping young people like yourselves, and staying and being a positive role model for young people So I guess stay in education and helping out young people, or being a footy coach. That's
So-
what I'm pretty much doing now.
Do you know why it fell short?
Oh, I got injured. So, yeah,
Oh.
I'll name and shame him as well. So, Marlon Motlop, who was my teammate, he elbowed me in the eye, and I've fractured my eye socket, so I had a broken nose, and, I was out for about 12 to 15 weeks, and I didn't even play any games. And Matty Primus took over as coach when Mark Williams got the sack. And then all went downhill from there.
That's a pretty bad injury. Wow.
So if I wasn't doing the job I'm doing now, that's a pretty good question actually. So as we've said, I think education is really important amongst our community. So I'm studying a Masters of Business Administration at Adelaide Uni. So I reckon I'd do my own business in some sort of fashion. Don't ask me what, but I would move into the business area, I reckon. Yep.
Interesting. Yeah.
Interesting. Yep.
What are your hobbies?
Yeah, so I've got 4 sons, so I'll spend a little bit of time with them. I'll also take them outside and do a little bit of exercising as well. So I like to go to the gym now the gyms are back open, and playing football as well. So that's probably one of my 3 hobbies.
Yep.
So probably similar to Wade. Football, been playing that since I was in year 4 and 5 actually. So fair few years now. Outside of that, similar, go to the gym, do some workout, keep physically fit and healthy, and also riding I've started up, which is my new hobby. So I've got a nice flash bike, spend a bit of money on, so I just ride around streets, up hills, that kind of stuff. So
He's trying to go on to the Tour de France when he gets an opportunity, so he's practicing for that.
drop 10 kilos, but yeah, wouldn't be bad.
All right.
What organisations do you work with?
Yeah, so Wade here. So I'll work with the Port Adelaide Football Club under the Power Community Limited and Aboriginal Programs team.
Yep. And so SAASTA, South Australian Aboriginal Secondary Training Academy, comes under the Department for Education. So we're based in the head office, but our school-based sites are all over South Australia, including the regional centres. So we have academies at the schools around there. And some of the organisations that we work with closely is obviously Port Adelaide Football Club, Paulie, Wade and the team there. We work closely with the unis, so Adelaide Uni. So if you come into SAASTA, there'll be post-school opportunities where you can go on to further education. A few others include, so the unis. What else? A few other Department for Education programs like Workabout Centre and Walk Along to an extent. But yeah, so Port Adelaide's probably our biggest partner, along with those other programs I mentioned.
All right. Thank you. So, a little bit of a fun one here. What are your favourite songs?
My favourite song is Brooks and Dunn, Neon Moon.
Mm?
Yeah.
And yours?
You like these trick questions. You spring them on ice, don't you? Favourite song would be, it'd have to be Cleaning Windows by Van Morrison. You probably wouldn't know that one. But also like Paul Kelly, How to Make Gravy. It's not a bad song. If you don't know it, maybe look it up on Spotify.
Does want to give it a sing? You know, put
Hey.
the lyrics.
Go on, sing it.
No, not just yet.
It's a PNC podcast tradition. You've got to do it. Come on.
Who's gonna make the gravy? What don't taste the same? There you go. God.
Go on.
No. Got dragged
Yeah.
into this.
Go on. You have to do it. Go on.
Okay, give it a little bit.
I can't do it.
Just 2 lines.
Yeah.
Just 2.
No.
Go on. You're safe here.
I'll get
Welcome
paid
to-
out for the rest of my life if I start singing. A couple of my mates that are good singers, like Marlon himself. I keep praising up about Marlon, but yeah, he's a very good singer.
Not even one line.
Nah,
Not
I
even.
can't do one line, sorry.
Thank you guys so much for coming and spending your time here with us doing this podcast. It's so great having you here. It's so great learning more about Aboriginal culture and having a little introduction, knowing where you guys are from. It was really interesting. It was a really great experience. And is there anything else you guys like to say?
Yeah, look, it's obviously great that you young people are doing this. It's pretty special. As I said, this is the only primary school that I've seen have a podcast or create a reconciliation video. So, yeah, it's inspiring to see young people doing this, all of you. So you should be very, very proud of yourself because both, I won't speak for Way, but I feel very proud seeing you guys do this. So it's very special. So thanks for having us, and we hope you finish school, year 12 eventually, and go on and be leaders in whatever field you choose.
You can take my job any day.
Yeah.
I'm getting too old soon.
Yeah, I'll take Andrew's, you can take mine.
Well, thank you for coming, and this is the end of the podcast.